As China steps up pressure around Taiwan, are U.S. allies now responding at sea with a coordinated show of force across the South China Sea? Is this latest joint exercise by the United States, Japan, and the Philippines a clear show of force near China's doorstep, aimed at signaling that the Indo-Pacific will not be left undefended? Is the South China Sea heating up again as three navies stand together, training side by side in disputed waters where Chinese ships have repeatedly clashed with Manila? Have 5 days of war drills just ended even as clashes with China intensify, with water cannon incidents and close encounters continuing around contested shoals? Is China shadowing these allied drills as tensions soar, sending its own ships and patrols to watch, challenge and condemn what Beijing calls provocative exercises? Amid rising tensions between China and Taiwan, the United States and its Asian allies have just wrapped up a massive set of joint drills in the South China Sea, underscoring their shared concerns about Beijing's behavior. The US, Japan, and the Philippines ended a major 5-day maritime exercise on July 25, after operating together at sea from July 21 to 25. These drills brought together warships, Coast Guard vessels, fighter jets, and surveillance aircraft, forming a multi-layered joint force across the contested waters. The Philippine military said the exercises were focused on improving allied interoperability, ensuring the three forces can operate seamlessly in any future crisis. The drills mark the latest expansion of trilateral security cooperation in the region, part of a broader pattern of increasingly frequent and complex joint activities.
We extend our sincere appreciation for the successful conduct of today's 17th multilateral mutual cooperative activity. Your teamwork, precision, and cooperation greatly contributed to the success of our engagement. It was an honor to train alongside you. We look forward to more opportunities to sail and train together as nations striving for the rule of law and freedom of navigation. We hope you enjoyed your stay in the Philippines. Until we meet again, fair winds and following seas. Onwards!
These exercises are just the latest in a growing series of trilateral security drills, each one expanding in scale and ambition as tensions with China climb. Manila, backed firmly by Washington and Tokyo, is using these drills to counter China's sweeping maritime claims and reinforce its own position in the West Philippine Sea. The Philippine military deliberately did not disclose the exact location of the exercises, a move likely intended to avoid giving Beijing a specific point to contest. Interestingly, Chinese Navy and Coast Guard ships have shadowed similar drills in the past, monitoring Allied movements and often criticizing the exercises as destabilizing. During these very drills, Manila accused China of firing powerful water cannons at its government ships on 2 separate occasions, bringing the confrontation uncomfortably close to the joint exercise area. The Philippine Coast Guard said the incidents occurred on July 23 and 24, in the middle of the 5-day drills. These confrontations took place near the disputed Scarborough Shoal in the South China Sea, one of the most contentious flashpoints between Manila and Beijing. Beijing responded by saying it had taken legal measures after Philippine vessels allegedly insisted on intruding into waters China claims, defending the water cannon use as lawful and beyond reproach. Beijing's long-running pressure strategy against Taiwan appears to be genuinely changing, as the skies above the island have grown noticeably quieter in recent months. According to the South China Morning Post, PLA fighter jet sorties near Taiwan fell sharply to just 1,334 during the entire first half of 2026. The SCMP reported on July 25 that this total represented less than half of the previous year's figures, marking an outright 3-year low in activity. Taiwan recorded a striking 38 separate days this year without detecting a single PLA warplane anywhere near its airspace, according to the report. Military pressure on Taiwan had remained consistently high ever since Nancy Pelosi's 2022 visit to Taipei triggered a wave of large-scale PLA drills. PLA fighter jet sorties had topped a staggering 5,400 throughout the entirety of 2025, reflecting the intensity of pressure at that time. Crossings of the median line separating Taiwan from mainland China plunged sharply to just 810 during the first half of 2026 alone. The month of March in particular saw only 162 PLA aircraft detected anywhere near Taiwan, an unusually low figure by recent standards. That March figure marked the lowest monthly count recorded since January of 2023, underscoring just how significant this shift has been. According to the SCMP, experts have directly linked this dramatic decline to Xi Jinping's earlier summit meeting with Donald Trump held in Beijing. Beijing may have deliberately softened its stance specifically to avoid fueling even greater Western military support flowing toward Taipei in response. She also personally met with Taiwan's KMT chair Cheng Li-wan back in April, marking the first such direct talks held in nearly a decade. Beijing subsequently announced 10 new measures specifically designed to expand economic exchanges across the Taiwan Strait following that meeting. According to the SCMP, U.S. intelligence agencies no longer expect a Chinese invasion of Taiwan to actually take place in 2027 as previously feared. Marco Rubio stated that Beijing would ultimately prefer achieving political unification with Taiwan rather than resorting to outright military force. Lloyd Austin similarly stated that he believes she is unlikely to attempt taking Taiwan by force anytime in the near future. Former PLA officers have revealed that current military training now focuses far more broadly on the wider Pacific region rather than Taiwan specifically. Analysts also cited budget cost cuts, urgent maintenance needs, and ongoing command restructuring as additional factors behind this noticeable slowdown. Notably, sweeping anti-corruption purges have already removed many of the PLA's most senior military leaders from their positions in recent years. Despite this sharp drop in fighter jets, China has simultaneously and sharply increased its Coast Guard patrols operating around Taiwan. Official Chinese law enforcement ships operating near Taiwan rose to a total of 252 during the first half of 2026 alone. The month of June specifically recorded the highest monthly number of Chinese Coast Guard ships near Taiwan seen since 2024. Experts believe that this current de-escalation trend could realistically continue on into the second half of 2026 as well. However, upcoming U.S. midterm elections along with Taiwan's own elections could once again raise cross-strait tensions in the months ahead.